Alright, hey everybody, this is Isaac. Today I want to show you how the solo version of this game is going. So, I'm just going to start playing the game that I've designed so far and just try to get through as many turns as possible before the video goes on too long. So, let's get to it. So, in the solo version, your goal is not just to get as many points as you can, though getting more points is always nice, but the trick is that you are going to need to take a quest from the quest offer every round, and you can't fail any of the quests that you take. So over a simple game that's 7 rounds, you got to finish all 7 quests by the end of the game. And so that is the crux of the solo version that I've designed. I'm still working on mind mechanics, but right now I think I've got something pretty nifty. So basically in the solo version you set up like it's a 3-player game. Right? So you've got 3 sets of meeples stuck down in the mine, and in this game the actual player is the white player. And so if you can see from the turn order, brown is going to go first, then purple, and then white is going to go last. Now, at the end, when we rearrange turn order, we're not going to look at who has the most workers or anything like that. It's always going to be that the person in first is going to go into last, like that. But whoever's color is actually playing the game, in this case white, he always starts in the last position in the first turn. All right, so the only other change here is that we're going to get 2 actions in the market instead of 1 each round. And we start with 4 adventurers instead of 3. And I think that works pretty well for what we're dealing with. So I'm just going to start the game. I'm going to flip over all these market cards. And then I'll get into the mine and explain exactly how to move the sort of AI computer players. So the quest setup is a little different than it is normally. I'm only going to deal out 2 quests to start out with in these 0 spots. And so you'll see how that sort of works. Basically in future rounds I'm going to push these down. Well, I mean, one of these is going to get taken. I'm going to push these 2 down, and I'm going to put out 2 new quests in the 0 offer. So what that does is if I see a quest and I don't take it immediately, it's going to become more expensive over time. I can still take it at some point, but the random new quests are going to come out first, and so that adds a bit of randomness to the game to sort of help combat the lack of player interaction. Alright, so we're going to get started. Down here in the mine. Oh no, first I gotta look at my wealth cards. We got some wealth cards here. It's very important to start off the game with a lot of money in the solo game, so I think I'm going to go for these 2, the 2 with the highest values. And that also gives me a lot of resources to start with, so that should be good. So I'm going to get 3 copper, 2 iron, 5 gold, and I'm going to level up one of my adventurers. Did I say 5 gold? I meant 8 gold. Woo! Alright, so there's my gold. Level up one of these guys. 2 of those, 3 of those. Okay, now we're going to go on the mine. So what happens here is that the computer player is just going to move any overseer he wants. And so by that I mean whichever overseer you want. But in the case where the computer player has the opportunity to jump over another worker and get extra resources, he's going to take that opportunity. And if he has multiple choices, so basically he's going to prioritize getting more resources over anything else. But if 2 moves get him the same amount of resource, you're going to get to choose which one he takes. And also he's going to prioritize not jumping over his own workers over jumping over his own workers to get those resources. If that makes sense. So at the beginning of the game, there's no workers on the board. I can move these overseers however I want. Now, of course, you want to set it up to start collecting lots of resources at the beginning of the game. So what we can do here is I can take this brown guy and just move him 1 over there. Now, the computer players aren't actually going to collect resources. They're just going to create workers for you in the mine to jump over. So I'm going to move that there. I'm going to put a worker down. I'm not actually going to like collect resources. So next I'm going to have, oh shoot. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh, I already messed up. Okay, so I was going to move this overseer, but it looks like now that I move that guy, okay, I'm actually going to move him there. No, because then that, oh gosh, I'm all screwed up. Okay, so anyway, so now this guy has an opportunity to jump over this worker, so you have to take that movement. Man, I've already messed myself up in the game. Hopefully I don't lose halfway through, though I don't know, that might be an interesting situation. That would also end the video. Okay, so now the purple guy has moved, and now I get to take a movement because I'm last. So it looks like the best movement for me now is going to be jump over this purple worker to collect an iron and an emerald. Like that. So the only difference here is that obviously you're making all the movements, but also if any player jumps over their own worker, instead of giving that resource to somebody else, that worker is just removed from the board, right? So that sort of negates the ability to game the computer into jumping over their own resources to get, or their own workers to give you more points. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. And now the second, whoever's in first doesn't get to take that extra action unless it's the real player. But Brown in this case doesn't get to take an extra movement. He's just going to go to the back of the line. And this turn order is just going to affect this because obviously I'm not competing with anybody for this other stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to go here and I'm going to take 2 actions. Now I've got a lot of iron, and that's sort of by design. One of the first actions you usually take is to collect the iron sword, so you can start using the iron right away. And I think that's a good idea. So one of my actions is going to be to go here, pay 2 gold, and get the iron sword. Now for my second action, it's a little trickier. We got a market stall, which is nice. Also getting more copper and hiring an adventurer is always good. I think I'm going to go with higher adventure because I'm going to need more adventurers, and right now this guy is cheap and I've got a second action, so I'm going to go here and hire this guy. Now keep in mind that I can only take one of these, I can only buy one of these cards every round. It's like I'm playing a 2-player game. There's only one spot to go here and buy one of these cards. So anyway, I'm going to buy higher adventure for 3 coins. And I'm going to get another adventurer. Alright, so now I've got 5 adventurers. That should keep me going for a while. Alright, now I've got to take a quest. So this is actually interesting. We got 2 pretty good quests here. Explore the Mystic Cave is a great quest to start off with because it's long, but you can take it and rush it along and get some nice rewards for it in the end. And it's not too hard. On the other hand, I'm already starting to run low on money, so arena games is going to help me boost my money total because money is really important in the solo player game, solo person game. Anyway, let's go with Explore the Mystic Cave. We're going to live dangerously. Alright, so I'm going to put a level 1 adventurer on here, and I'm going to give him... There's no guarantee that the iron axe is going to come out by the time I need it here, so I think it's better to go with an iron sword combined with a copper axe later. So I don't have the copper axe yet, so I can't forge that yet, but here's a level 1 guy with an iron sword, and that should keep me going for a good long time. Alright, and that's the end of round 1. So again, we're going to discard all these cards. So this is going to get pushed up to here, and we're going to get 2 new quests out. Vampire Bats and Pursue the Mine Bandits. And, alright, flip over some new cards here. Take these guys back, we'll just stick them right there. And, okay, see, this is a nice market stall. This is usually a good one to get early in the game. In combination with the iron sword, it gets you a lot of extra power trying to take on these quests. Alright, but now we're back in the mine. Now purple's got to move, and then I've got to move immediately again. Okay, so purple doesn't have any movements that are going to get it, that are allow it to jump over workers other than its own, which it doesn't want to do. So I think now I can finally do the move I planned on, move this purple guy somewhere so then I can jump over both these workers and get 3 iron. So let's do that. Where am I going to move him? Let's just move him right here. Alright, so I put his worker down there, and then now it's my turn. I'm going to jump over all of these workers and collect 3 iron. Alright, and now Brown gets one more movement here. And he's got a lot of options. Nothing that's going to get him more than 1 resource, though. So I've got to decide how I want him to move. Keep in mind, after Brown moves, then I'm going to get to move again. So I think... let's see, do I want an emerald? I'm going to go with this. It's actually better sometimes to block one color with the same color or another color, because then it limits their moves available. Anyway, so he's going to do that. Now we're going to rearrange turn order, and we're going to go back into the market. Now I definitely want this market stall, so I'm going to pay 3 coins for that. I'll just stick it right there. Right, so in case you can't see, this market stall allows me to change copper into iron. So we'll set that there, and then I'm going to immediately use it to change 1 copper into an iron. Alright, so now I can do one more thing. I'm going to need to get this copper axe at some point, but not necessarily now. I don't have any money, so I could pass and collect a coin. You can pass as either of your actions, so if you don't have enough money to buy something, you can pass to collect the coin and then buy it, if that helps. But for now, I think I'm actually going to rush my Explore the Mystic Caves quest, because I want to get to these rewards as soon as possible. So I'm going to go there, I'm going to move it forward. Oh, I should have moved it forward at the end of the first round. Okay, so it should actually be there. Sorry about that. It should be on the 3rd step. I know it's a little small there on the screen. Anyway, okay. So that's that, and now I've got to take a new quest. This is actually, well, a bit of a conundrum. I'd like to get the arena games, because I need money, and I can't take the vampire bats because I don't have a spear. I guess I could put 2 iron swords on that, and that would be 6 power, which would overpower it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my emeralds for 2 coins, and then I'm going to pay one of those coins to take arena games. Stick that right there. Alright, and so now I'm going to stick a level 1 guy on there with an iron sword, and another level 1 guy on there with a copper dagger, and that should get me the 4 power I need. Alright, and so now I'm going to move everything up 1, and that's going to be that. I'm going to push these forward, deal out 2 new cards. Oh, Weird Woods is always rough. And it looks like I'm going to need weapon types no matter what I do here, well, unless I do the Mine Bandits. And I still don't have any money, or I've got 1 coin, which isn't going to be enough to do much. Alright, flip over the new cards. Alright, and now I get another movement. Then brown and purple get a movement, and then I'll get a second movement. So that'll allow me to collect some extra resources. So I think what I'm going to do is make this movement here, and that's going to jump over my own worker, which is just going to remove it from the game instead of changing it to something else. So I'm going to get, so that's going to go away. I'm going to get a copper, and I'm going to turn that. So I'm going to get a copper and an iron for that movement. Now I haven't really been planning ahead, so let's see what brown can now do. It looks like he's going to prioritize now getting 2 workers with his movement, because that's more than he can get any other way. So he's going to move over here, and of course that's going to remove this brown worker from the game. So that's what that's going to look like afterwards. And now purple has a movement. He's got a couple movements that are going to give him 1 worker. Now which one do I want more? Well, both of them are going to jump over this, and that's nice, because then I can jump back that way and collect 3 iron. It depends on where I want that other overseer. I'm actually going to move this one because that also opens up that for something maybe. So do that, and we'll do that. And now I get one more movement. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to jump over my own worker, so that's going to disappear, but I'm going to collect 3 iron in the process, so probably worth it. Alright, 3 iron. Now I've got just tons of iron. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the end. And actions. Alright, so I'm going to need this copper axe pretty soon here. So I could pass and buy a copper axe. Or I could sell something, get the copper axe, and then I could also push... Oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to push forward this quest again. So I'm going to push it there, and as soon as I do, I get 2 coins from the bank. So now I'm going to spend those 2 coins, and I'm going to claim the copper axe. Alright, so I'm going to immediately need the copper axe now, but now that quest is going to be done. I don't have to deal with it anymore. So, yeah, I think that worked pretty well. I didn't actually get any of these, but that's okay. That's okay because I'm about to get a market card for free. So I'm going to pick up a nice level 3 weapon from that, I think. Okay, so now I need to pick a new quest, though, right? This guy has to go on here with the copper axe. Alright, so hopefully something I can do will allow me to put 1 adventurer on there. So I think my options are Trouble in the Weird Woods or Pursue the Mine Bandits. Right, because either of those I can put an iron sword on. Now, I can spend a coin and go for the easier quest, or Trouble in the Weird Woods is definitely going to give me trouble later down in the road. Sorry, I should be on round 3. I'm going to pay the coin to do Pursue the Mine Bandits. I think that's the better option, so Pursue the Mine Bandits. It's dark. So now I can stick 1 guy on there with an iron sword. And right, then the good news is that both of these quests will finish. They both advance past the last step, so I get 5 coins, which I'm happy about. All these resources go away. And both of these guys level up when one of these guys levels up. Alright, I'm just going to put these off to the side. And move this over here. Okay. And I also got a market card reward for completing this quest. So, I've got a bunch of iron. I think this wood chopper might be nice, except it's an axe, and I already have an axe. I'm going to go with the wood chopper. I think that should be helpful. Maybe I should have picked up the Weird Woods. Now that I think about it. Do I want to take that back? No, that would be confusing. Alright. Anyway, I'll pick it up later. So, wood chopper. Wood chopper. Alright. Cool. So, let us move on to round 4. Maybe I can get through this before my time is up. Alright, round 4. Back here, Brown has a movement. Brown's got plenty of options to collect more than 1 resource. Which one does he want to take? Let's see here. It's tricky. It's tricky. Let's just move this one. I don't know what I'm doing. Again, you can put a lot of thought into this, and hopefully, a harder version you'll need to. Still a prototype. So purple has to go along here. Do these 2 because that's 2 workers. Alright, and now I can move, so I can get 2 iron there. I'd like to get some emeralds, but that's not going to happen. Well, if I do that 2 iron, then I'll get it. Yeah, then I'm sitting on an emerald, so I can get that later. That seems like a good idea. Alright. 2 iron. Look at all this iron I got. Great. And if I had copper, I could turn it into iron with my market stall, but I forgot about it. Alright. So that's all there is to do in the mine. 2 market actions. I can buy more copper or more iron. That is probably not useful. I can use my stall again. That might be useful. Okay, I don't have too much money. Unfortunately, no new iron plans have come out, or I would definitely get one of those. Do I need another adventurer? Yeah. I mean, a coin for 1 iron. Why not? I'll go here and buy some more iron. Never know when you're gonna need it. Or I could move a worker for 2, but I don't think that's gonna get me all that much. All right, so I took the iron. I think I took the iron. 4 coins left, which is enough. I don't know, that really cost me 2 because I ended up, you don't pass. Okay, well, I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about it. Let's get another adventurer. Sure, why not? I got 4 coins, that's an adventurer. Nothing like spending all your money. Alright. There, now I've got like 6 adventures. I should definitely be set. Alright. Which quest do I want to take? I'm going to go big. Oh, I don't have any money left. Alright, you know what? I'm going to not buy that iron surplus. I'm just going to pass. So we're going to say that I have 2 coins and not an iron. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 coin. I'm going to go big. I'm going to do Trouble in the Weird Woods. Now, this is going to be rough. If I don't rush this, then I'm going to need to meet that on the last turn of the game. That's going to be difficult because on the last turn of the game I'm going to have to pick up a really difficult end of game quest. So I might want to think about rushing this at some point, just for future reference. Okay, so we got that. That advances, so I'm going to deal with that next turn. Alright, moving on. That should be back in there. Oh my gosh, still no iron weapon plans. It's just what happens sometimes. Alright, purple takes a move. Purple's got a few moves. They'll get him a worker. Which move does he want to take? Oh no, he's got a move that gets... No, he doesn't. He's getting blocked by brown. Well, ideally we would want him to jump over white, because that's going to create less white on the board, which is always good for me. Let's do this. Let's jump there to there. Now remember, they can still form strikes. Anybody can still form a strike, so we got to be careful about that. So now I can jump that way, or I can jump that way and get my emerald. Let's I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, and brown gets a movement. Oh, brown. Brown, he's got... Let's do that. Alright, change turn order. Oop, we're on 5. 2 moves here. I only got 1 coin. I'm going to go here and I'm going to buy this adventurer training, which allows, I'm going to level up this 2 to a level 3. So now I've got multiple people who can use wood choppers, which should be good. And what else? I've got... Oh, I spent that coin, so I've got no money. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to rush this quest, because I think this would be pretty terrible if I ended up having to deal with that on the last turn. Alright, so we've got that. Now we go into quests. And let's see, I've got to add... I'm going to add a level 2 to this. And I've got another guy who will be able to use wood choppers. And alright, I've got to take a quest. I've got these resources to deal with it. We could just send out a wood chopper to hunt the plains goblins, but that's not going to finish before the end of the game, which is going to be a problem. Let's do arena games. I think that should work pretty well. So let's do... Maybe I didn't need to level up this guy. Oh well. I did. Be worth more points at the end of the game, if I get that far. Alright, so this finishes, and then this moves up, that moves up. So I get iron and an emerald, which is great. And I get to move a worker, which ideally I would want to use to get more resources. I'm not really in a very good position to use that. I don't know, purple's about to get a union there, and I don't really want that to happen, or strike. But I don't think I can stop it. I think I'm going to move this guy here. Then I can jump that way, maybe. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Cool, so both these guys level up. And we move on. Alright, round 6. Oh no, we shouldn't have seen that. That was a secret. Alright. Now keep in mind, I've actually put myself in a pretty crappy position here. If I take too many two-step quests at the beginning of the game, then I'm going to limit myself on what I can do at the end of the game. Right, because I'm going to need to take a two-step quest in this round in order to properly finish it. So, yeah, that's something to think about. Wait, shouldn't this be farther? This should be farther. Right, because I rushed it. I got it, I moved it, I rushed it, and then there was another turn after that. So it should be there. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, anyway, so that's resolved. But I still need to use the move worker, so I'm going to take this worker. I'm going to move him there, and then I think we can start the next round. So, I'm going to flip over all of these, and yay, we got an iron weapon finally. Maybe, no, okay, well, that happens sometimes. Okay, so, moving into the mine. So now, I think my best move is to jump up here. That gets rid of these two guys' butt. Collects me 3 resources, which is great. So I get an iron, 2 iron, and an emerald, or copper. Alright, so now brown is next. And brown has a move that gets him 2 workers, so he's going to do that. Which is actually pretty perfect for me. Sets up a nice other move. So now purple has quite a few ways to get me more resources. But if I do that, that's going to form a strike right here, and I don't want that. But he could move this that way and jump over that, right? So with the other players' overseers, you want to try to jump over your own color as much as possible, right? So now he's done that. Now I get an extra movement. I can move over here and just collect a boatload of resources. So I get an iron, an emerald, and 2 copper. Alright, I'm going to use my market stall to exchange that copper for another iron. Alright, I think I'm pretty good going into the last round. Now I'm going to move that, and I'm going to go into the market. So I know... Well, I don't know. I can either overpower one of these vampire bats with 2 iron swords, or I can splurge on the copper spear. I'm going to have to do that. I don't have any money, though. And it's going to cost me a coin just to pick that up. That's annoying. Okay, I think I'm going to sell an emerald for 2. I'm going to take my first action to spend those 2 to claim the copper spear, and then my second action I'm going to pass so I can get a coin so I can get that stupid quest. Alright. Oh man, I shouldn't have used... I actually need 3 copper. I'm going to take that market stall action back so I can have 3 copper. Okay. Great. Alright, so that's it for that. Going back into quests, I'm going to pay my coin to take the vampire bats. Alright, so I'm going to send in a 3 with a copper spear, 2 with 2 more copper. Alright, that should solve that problem. So then that moves up, this finishes, and oh, nope, I gotta add to that. Level 3. Wood chopper. Alright. Get it done. Alright, there we go. So that's 3 plus 5, 8 with axe. I'm good. So that finishes, that finishes. I get 6 coins. I get another adventurer, which probably not going to need. And I get another market card. I think, oh, this should be discarded. The Forest Warden's always nice, right? Yeah, let's do the Forest Warden. Okay, so, both these guys level up. This guy goes to level 4. Those all go there. This finishes as well. And we got 4 and a 2. Alright, going into the last turn. So now the quest offer is all filled up, but it's the last round. I've only got 1 round left, so I'm going to add 2 high-powered in-game quests. Now I've got to pick one of those up, and I got to finish it. Alright. But again, we can still do this. These 2 should be iron weapon plans, finally. So I'm going to put those down in there. And I've got quite a few resources to handle it. I'm a little limited on... I don't have any maces, and both of those require maces. So I need to either get a mace or just overpower it, I think. So let's just think about that now. So I think Break the Mummy's Curse is probably the right answer. So that's 4 with all weapon types. So what I need... I need a wood chopper. So basically I need 7 with 2 of the weapon types. So that's going to be... I've got plenty of adventures. So maybe if I do a wood chopper plus a copper spear and a copper dagger, right, that's 7. Or I could do a Forest Warden with copper axe and some copper. It just depends on if I have... I'll probably have more iron than copper. Right, so that's that. Right, that's a wood chopper. And I'm going to need some more copper. So let's try and get some more copper going into this. Brown is first. Brown can't really jump over any of my guys. I think this is probably going to be my best move no matter what. That will get me plenty of copper. Oh, but of course if Brown jumps there, then I can also get an iron, which might be useful. So we'll have Brown do that. And then Purple, I think he's got to move this way, because that'll get him 2 workers. Alright, now I can make a move, and I think I've already picked the best option for me. So that gets me 2 copper and an iron. 2 copper, iron. Iron, come on. Okay. Now we go into the market, and this is where it gets interesting because, okay, now we're a little confident that we're going to finish, right? We just need, we've got the materials to take on one of those last quests, so let's try to maximize our points. So how should I do that? I think I'm going to spend a market action to go and buy this weapon bonus for the end of the game. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to claim, I don't know how many workers left. Well, it doesn't really matter. So, do that. So now that's going to get me at least 7 points at the end of the game. Alright, now I don't have any money though. And I don't want to sell my emerald, that would be bad. So I think I'm done. I think I'm just going to pass for my second action. Which is a little sad. It's better to get 2 of these, but sometimes you just don't end up with enough money. Okay, anyway. Going into the final quest round. Let's do this. Break the mummy's curse like I was talking about. Let's see here. So, I'm going to put one of these guys on here with a wood chopper. So that is that. And then we'll do a guy with a copper spear. Alright, so now that is 6 with 2 weapon types. So I just need to add one more. Like so. And that should do it. And that can be a copper dagger. He can be level 1, doesn't matter. Alright, so that takes care of that. One of these guys levels up. This also finishes and gets me 5 coins, which I think is great because I think that'll net 2 points at the end of the game. So all that goes away. And we're done. We did it. Oh, one of these guys levels up. Ah! You were level 2. I think you're level 2. Yeah. You're level 4. Alright, so that is the simple game. Or, yeah, the simple solo game. I think it's still a little easy, but it gives you something to work for, and it's certainly not, I don't know, it's easy for me because I designed the game. I don't know, it might be more difficult for people starting out. And also, I don't want this simple game to be like super challenging, because what I want is this to sort of be a warm-up for the full epic solo game, which I'm still working on. But it's going to feature basically the same mechanics, but you're just going to go through, you know, six rounds per stage. And at the end of every stage, all of these are going to get wiped, and you're going to have to deal with stage 2 cards or stage 3 cards, and those are much harder to take one every round. You're going to need a lot of adventurers and a lot of resources. So I think that's really going to be a challenge. I'm still working out the kinks of that, so I can't show you that yet. But so yeah, this is just sort of a warm-up, but then when you go into that, you're really going to have to be very intelligent about what weapons, what bonus cards you pick leading into that second stage and that third stage, because that's really where the difficulty is going to kick in. I think it's really going to be cool. Anyway, so let's just total my points here at the end in case you're interested. I don't know if you can read this. So this gives me 17, 7, so 24, 36, 52, 59, 74, and 82. So I got 82 points in quests. So we'll just take this guy. He's now at 82. So yeah, we're just scoring our points for the game. Obviously, we don't need to do during it because we're never going to actually fail any quests. If we do, we lose. So we don't need to keep track of it during the game. We can just look at the points at the end. But anyway, yeah, your focus should just be on finishing those quests. And then at the end, if you succeed, then you can sort of look and see, okay, how well did I do? And typically, like if you get about 120, that's a pretty great score. So we'll see how far I go. So I got 82. Now I'm just looking at my adventurers here. I've got 23 points worth of adventurers, so I'm already looking pretty great. Now we're going to look at my weapon designs that I have. Basically, I've claimed 3 ones that are worth 1 point plus these 2, so that's another 11 points. So 116. And then I got 2 points in money and resources. This is 6 coins plus another 2 coins in there, so that's 4 money per point, so that's another 2 points. And then we look at this guy. I've got another 7 points from that, so I actually did 125. I'm awesome. So I hope you liked that video. I hope that made sense, and thanks for watching.